Hi there, this is Nicole DeBoer, also known as Lieutenant Ezri Dax from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo! So I've got a question. And normally when we do these videos, I'm coming to you with answers. Like, hey, this is how this works. This is how that works. This is where you can get the awesome new Scree hoodie. I mean, we all have this game that we know and love, Star Trek Fleet Command. And I don't know, I feel like I want to talk about Sundays. Are they too busy? Is there too much going on? But on the flip side of that, I also feel like the events that we do get are typically really, really good. Like Sunday is supposed to be that proverbial day of rest. And even if we're, leaving the religious colloquialisms to the side, it is still the weekend where a lot of us are spending time with family. And I think most people feel that this game is one that we kind of do goofing off at work. At least that's what I used to do is, who needs to go to the customer call right now? I've got to do this raid. I mean, that's just how we played. And I know some of the most active days in this game are in the middle of the week. So I look at Sundays and I love the events that are there. Now, some of you may not have this problem. That's okay. As you level up and get more items, some of those items, particularly ships, will open up events that you wouldn't have beforehand. And then you'll get to certain levels to get to some of these pretty cool events. And let me show you some of the ones that I'm talking about. So right now, we're going to go left to right. So we've obviously got the battle pass because we're in the Ark. So we've got this hostile hunt. This is something that you've got to do. Now, the good thing is the hostile hunt kind of flows into some of the other events that are ongoing. The hostile hunt today is literally just destroy hostiles and, well, you can get your points for the battle pass continuing on the Ark. And I have got one level left and I've got 89,000 points. We've also got the Icarus Event. Now, this ends tomorrow. This is going on for several days. And I will say it's a good event. I like it. I truly, truly do. And this is the rewards. Now, I did just swap alliances if you're wondering why I don't have this AMS done. Then we had this right here with the swarms. Now, let's move on to the solo leaderboards. We've got this going on right now. Now, I'm not participating, but it is still available for those who would like Deanna Troy. She's definitely an officer that is good. She really feels her purpose. It's questionable about her being an epic and about the ability she actually has, but in terms of usefulness, especially in deep space armadas and higher level players, probably really liked. I'm met on her for most players, but in general, she is good. So you got that going on. And then we've got the Armada Hunt with an SMS and a leaderboard. One, props to them because they're running side by side, SLB and then an SMS. So that means if you want to go for the top prize, and which is just more exocomp consumables and then a little bit of tritanium, hey, go for it. Spin those directives. Take that leaderboard. Or you can just focus on the SMS, which is what I'm doing, where we're going to have the dilithium par steel, which I need all this, and then the uncommons, and then just finish this out and whoopie freaking do. You're good. But it's another event. Now, come on, we got to keep going. This is the mission stuff, but then we get Parabellum. Now remember, Parabellum is a level 39 plus event. So not everybody's going to see this, but this is simply adding to where we're already at. Next, we've got Anomalous Phenomenon. This is what we do when we need to get more of those discovery tokens so we can get more discovery recruit officers and so we can upgrade our discovery. Now, if you don't have a discovery, obviously this isn't going to be, available to you. And for those who are going to ask in this video, how do I get a discovery? Right now, only through event stores. And we have asked the devs in terms of this month's Q&A. I'm hoping that they'll get to that this week where, hey, when are y'all going to work on sourcing for things like the discovery, which can only be gotten through the big event stores. So we are trying to make sure that all the players get access to the ship early on without just having to pay for it. So we've got these two events. Then we've got the Threat from Beyond, our swarm events, which I just clicked on my dailies. But Threat from Beyond, where it is a heroic version and a regular version. And this is level 28 plus to where you'll get the con shards. But a lot of people have this early on. It's a staple of Sunday. It's why we call it Swarm Sunday. And here we got to go through the grind, and the payouts are great. No complaints about that. I know some people want to change Mara out for something else, but it's really, really useful. It's very good for the players. I think that everybody can appreciate the infusion of the resources as well as the uncommons to one of the most difficult things that we are trying to procure, which is those crystals, where the rare or the uncommon gas and ore, all that is extremely useful. But all that to say, I mean, it's gotten 5 minutes in this video, and we're just now going to the daily side where people still focus on the dailies. We even did a video showing you the schedule that these dailies operate on so that you can jump in on them when you want to. And right now, there is a double officer event going on, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's the top leaderboard gives you decent amounts of uncommons if you win this one, a little bit of lat, and let's see what the current top is. Woo, 25 million. So I probably won't jump up on this one. See, that's what happens when we put in that daggum event counter. Everybody sees it. Look what happens. But anyway, earn officer shards, get more titanium. And I'm going to finish this one if no matter what. So let's just count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll not count this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now there is a little bit of overlap here, but 8 total events running right now. And that is quite a bit. I mean, considering what all we have to do in the game. And I'm repeating myself because I feel like you've got to give the credit to that, where you can have some overlap here. The hostile hunt should naturally finish if you're doing the Armada hunt with officers. But the problem is you still got to do more. I mean, you've still got to go hunt swarms. You've still got to go do the anomalous phenomena, which on this one, you can do ship summoning to do it. But that's, to me, a waste of the mycelium. Maybe I'm just too frugal, I guess. So I'm actually going to go destroy the ships with the discovery. I'm going to go destroy the level 29s. So I'm going to go to the Say system. I'm going to do that. Then I've got to do the swarms, which is going to take 2 runs with my Franklin A. I'm going to go through the 39s. Then I'm going to blast through 35s to jack the points up. Then when I finish that, I'm going to repair it. And then I'm just going to go kill 32s so I can get to my number 75. Because I've got to kill 75 hostiles in swarms no matter what. You have to kill 75 to get the threat from beyond completed. That's just part of what it is. Now, if they made it easier to where my Franklin A counted as ×3 here like it does for my dailies, that would be chef's kiss. But I guess I'm just asking too much there. But anyway, I mean, we're talking about no matter what, by the time you get through this day, and we still haven't even talked about doing our dailies, which are still critical. You still got to go kill your hostiles, everything. You will have to have killed between 100 and 200 hostiles at a minimum, and then still probably a couple of armadas to complete this at an efficient rate. We're talking about today, for most players, if you want to complete all the good events that are going on, you're going to spend a couple hours in game at the minimum. Once again, these are great events. I don't have a problem with any of the events that are currently available, but just to, it's been several months now, but Scopa made a promise that we're going to work on less screen time and more beneficial events, because you're not having to have these 4 or 5 hour days at times. I can complete some of these pretty easily because at camping at 39, I focused on ships first. I can hit really high level stuff that really goes through the points quicker, so it doesn't hurt me as much. But on my other accounts, like my level 29 account on server 32, my level 25 account on server 43, or especially my level 19 account, takes me way longer to complete those events on those accounts because those ships can't punch as high as, say, the Enterprise, the Augur, the D4 can here on this account. So all this coming in to say that even though I realize not everybody has the Parabellum event or even the USS Discovery event, even without those, take those out. This is still a very jam-packed Sunday, and it's jammed with good stuff, but it'd be nice if we got some of these spread out throughout the week or something, because I feel at this point, I love the amount of resources they're giving, but at some point we're going to have to cut back on the number of things being asked to be done. And we can make up for that by really simply, increasing the amount of rewards in all events and lowering the totals. If you're wanting to give more resources out to the community, which is obviously their goal here with the way they're formulating this design, then sweet, do that. But we've got to really watch the total. Swarm Sunday. Do we need to hit 75 swarms when you're already asking us to hit 25 hostiles just to complete a daily for our faction dailies? That's 100 right there. Now you've thrown in an AMS where we want everybody in the Alliance to work on, armadas, and there's also an SMS with it. If we're having to do all these things, it's simply taking too much time. Remember, regular armadas have a 15-minute timer, so we're having to stay on and work through that anyway. I guess you're expecting us to grind during that process, but either way, it's just a lot, and I really want to know your thoughts as a community. Of course, you got to comment down below to let me know those thoughts, or join the Discord if you haven't already. Live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. Love Sunday, but it's getting a little bit filled up, and I would love to see your thoughts. Catch you on the next one. Should be exciting. Trying to get DJ to do one with me. I think it's going to be good. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Remember, Spock doesn't go on the Enterprise. Live long and prosper. All the best.